Welcome back, Game of Thrones card game 2nd edition fans. We're here with another casual match at Black Knight Games in Hamilton, Ontario. We have myself playing House Lannister Fealty against John playing House Tyrell Banner of the Lion. This Lannister Fealty deck that I'm playing was the one that you had seen in Deck Building Corner episode 2 on this channel. I'll link that below so you guys can go watch that if you haven't, if you'd like to see what's behind the deck that I'm driving right there. This I think was filmed, filmed right before I did that video where I was getting requests to show what was in the deck. But here it's being driven here, so you get to see it in action again. So on the left, we got a little bit of glare there, I apologize, but we have, it looks like Cersei Lannister, a Burned Men, and another Burned Men on my side. And over on John's side there, we have a Arbor Knight and a Olenna's Informant, and I believe a King's Road hiding at the bottom there under John's hands. So we're just discussing the decks. I remember John, I think, borrowed this deck from myself. At the time, he only had 2 core sets. And he wanted to try a deck built with 3 core sets, so I grabbed one of the ones I had built and threw it at him. He just saw me play it right before this, so he had an idea of what to do for the deck, or what it was trying to do. And this was right after Taking the Black. It wasn't right after Taking the Black came out. It was after I got back from Worlds with Taking the Black, and I built some decks with the cards from it. So as you can see, the Arbor Knights from that expansion pack. So. Alright, Calm over Westeros played on my side. Calm over Westeros played on John's side. I believe John named military. I'm not sure what I named, but in this situation I probably would have said intrigue. I'm going first. Okay, drop it. 1 and 2. Alright, so let's do 5 gold. So looks like I'm first player, grabbing 5 gold. And we got a Rose Road out to start for some economy injection there for next round. Yeah, John just made a comment there about me calling intrigue, saying you would call intrigue. There we go, Tyrion Lannister for all the monies. And Milk of the Poppy to start on Tyrion from John. So he's going to play a second King's Road, which he's going to pop and play a Joffrey. 3 gold remaining. Yeah, we got another King's Road popped. And we have Paxter Redwine. John seeing the burst economy nice and early. And getting a Paxter to help him get a little bit extra gold next round. And it looks like he's going to sit on 2. Which is not good, because I know there are some put to the swords in that deck. And thankfully, he doesn't have enough military on the board for me to worry about that, but you gotta watch that for the rest of the game there. Is that Tyrell Lion deck definitely has, I believe, the Hound in it, which can help, and I believe Randall Tarley and Knight of Flowers, obviously. With the Marjorie buff, it's kind of good for getting that +5 military you need sometimes. To win by to trigger put to the sword. So I remember that was part of the theme of the deck, was Tears of Lys and put to the sword. So looks like I'm going with the military to start with the Burn Men for 2. And I believe military claim was reduced by John. We'll find out in a second for sure. So he's going to play a Widow's Wail for 1 on Joffrey, giving him a military icon and +2 strength. And he's going to defend for 5.
What'd you call it? You called it intrigue, didn't you? That's right. Okay.
Is that third King's Road I see in John's hand there? That's insane, starting with 3 King's Roads.
That's right. I love it. Marked it somehow. Yeah, if only you had tokens. You do have tokens. I see it right there. Those little two-sided ones. At least get you power and
the
intrigue.
red and blue.
Or, yeah, the red and blue. Okay. What are you doing? Intrigue.
So, intrigue challenge of 8 with Cersei and Tyrion. It will be claim 2 if Cersei's still in the challenge when I win. Or when claims applied, I believe.
Make like one's red and green, one's blue and green, blue and red, whatever. They obviously didn't think of that use of it.
Looks like Paxter is going to block the unopposed bonus. And there we go, 2 claim. We got a support of the people and that other King's Road. So no more King's Roads coming for John, that's for sure.
Don't worry about any more of those. Alright, your challenges.
And looks like we're passing over to John for challenges. And power with the Lennon's Informant for 2. Or maybe not. But he realized I have no power on my house card, so there's kind of no point. So military challenge issue, he triggered Arbor Knight's challenge ability, which challenge action, sorry, which will give him a +1 gold. He can limit 3 times for phase. Or +1 strength for spending 1 gold. Limit 3 times per phase. And no one for dominance there.
I did have a goal. I paid it to his, but I was still sitting on. I was gonna just pay 1 or 2 on him to block the first. Get rid of Joffrey.
So it looks like I'm ditching Joffrey there to meet my reserve of 6.
1 second. Just making sure I had the right one. Alright, we're gonna start the timer. You're on the clock.
And on to round 2, picking plots. Looks like John's already decided on his plot. And I'm calling the banners, trying to get 4 gold there from the amount of characters he has on his side. So I've made John first player. He's going to do his summons first. And I just grabbed my gold.
This isn't a character, but one day I might want this.
Alright, let's see what John selects here for his summon. Searching the top 10 cards of his deck, looking for a character. And it's Littlefinger. He's looking to get some card options in his hand there. Trying to make up for that 2 claim intrigue that hit him pretty hard there. It brought him down to 2 cards in hand.
I wish I could freaking fan shot the game. Yeah. Go ahead and go. Makes me feel better.
Not sure what his other options are, but maybe didn't see what he was looking for and just thought Littlefinger would help him get there. I would have definitely been grabbing someone with a military icon. Looking for someone of higher strength. A Tarly, Knight of Flowers, or a Hound maybe. But maybe he did not see any of those options. Or maybe he's holding one of them. Who knows? I would try to whittle the opponent's board down. That's what I would try to be doing there as the Tyrell player.
Si, senor. 4 gold.
Yeah, like I'm starting there with 8 gold for my marshalling, and I believe I see a Tywin in hand. Sometimes early in the game I get a little iffy about putting Tywin out. My board maybe is a little vulnerable, or when he's a little vulnerable and I haven't seen his dupe yet. But then I start to think about how playing him is like playing out 2 Rose Roads also, and how that will just help my economy for the next few rounds. So it's like kind of a risky play, but it also can put your opponent on the back foot. But one thing I learned from first edition, or at least the way first edition used to work, was I would try to hold a character that had a renown keyword. I would usually hold them in my hand and try to drop them out later. But in this game it seems a little different. Sometimes the renown characters are the ones that are going to get you to that late game, you know, winning position. So you don't want to hold them in your hand too long. And you can always lose them for intrigue if you don't have a good intrigue presence on the board to protect your hand. So, but with Tears of Lys and put to the swords and ice and throwing axes and other things like that can, or sea stone chairs, things that can target kill your characters. I get a little worried putting out a renowned character early just because they become a target for that kind of stuff, because they start getting power on them and your opponent can just, you know, take you down like 3 or 4 power in one hit on that character. I usually like my renowns for closing purposes. Not for helping me reach that high total, but for just helping me, you know, fill in that last few power I need is the idea. But I'm more of a late game player, I guess, versus a more rushy player who's just trying to win the game as fast as possible. So it looks like I also got out a Casterly Rock there, which is going to let me do 2 intrigue challenges if I'd like. So intrigue of 3, John's first challenge here. Most likely I can block that pretty easy. But being Tyrell, there's sometimes sneaky ways to buff strength, like growing strong. But looks like I just fully block it. I don't get the Tyrion bonus because he's milked. And it looks like military 5 with Joffrey. We have a burn men blocking the unopposed. And claiming a burn man for losing the military challenge. So got a good nice triplet of characters. I'm definitely susceptible to a march to the wall, that's for sure. Having Tyrion, Cersei, and Tywin just sitting on the board, that's a little scary. And no goal to ambush anyone in. That's not a good spot to be in, that I've learned. Sometimes it's better to hold those big characters and kind of put them out slowly and try to make sure you have enough weenies basically to protect them from that march to the wall play. But then again, having a Tyrion with a milk on him being marched isn't so bad if I want to save my attachment control for something else. Or if I don't have any attachment control available, if I've already played it already or haven't seen it drawn out of my deck. Especially when it's Tyrion and, you know, I have 3 copies in the deck, so it's definitely a good chance I could see him again in the game. And he's not the most expensive character either, so playing him back out later in the game shouldn't be a problem. So I think we're on to my challenges now. So all in, intrigue of 10, Tywin plus Cersei, Arbor Knight blocks the unopposed on the other side. So claim 2 because of Cersei. Should be able to get the renown off Tywin. So Bear in the Maiden Fair and a Tears of Lys. Tears of Lys is pretty pointless against my deck. So yeah, it's not a really good pull, but if I do have the Hound in there though, sometimes it's good. Especially if they drop the Tears after I've used the Hound and he's knelt and there's no way to bounce him back. So it looks like I'm at 1 power with the renown on Tywin, and John playing Tyrell is at 2 on his house card. And it looks like I play Wildfire Assault against March to the Wall from John's side there.
I'll go first and reveal mine.
So John's deciding to go first, and we're doing March to the Wall first. So yeah, just like I talked about, there's that Tyrion play with the losing the milk there, going on my discard pile. And Arbor Knight is now killed to satisfy Wildfire.
Wait, you should have it done in the discard. Just
Oh,
kill
Wildfire.
characters? Yeah, no, just discard. Okay.
Just want to take a moment to shout out to Ryan Ritter, aka Coolio1C, and his channel Minnesota Meta for Game of Thrones LCG. I'll link that below. You guys should go check out. He's making some great videos over there, filming the Minnesota Meta that plays mainly, I guess, out of the FFG Game Center. So their game nights, their tournaments, I'm sure their upcoming store championships and regionals will be featuring videos on there. Ryan's trying to record their top level games there and post them on YouTube for you guys to enjoy, just like these videos here. So like I said, I'll put a link below to that, and yeah, definitely check out his YouTube channel.
That guy's pretty cool.
So surprise, surprise, Tyrion Lannister finds his way back into my hand, and I spend 5 gold to put him into play, leaving me with 2 gold left. I need to play a weenie there, Rob. Play a weenie. I mean, the odds of a second March to the Wall in that deck are very low, I believe, but I did build the deck, and I have been known to throw 2 Marches in decks recently, so there's a possibility, but I don't think so. So maybe I'm feeling a little comfortable now.
That was a risky marching. I saw 3 characters. I was like, who's gonna march?
Oh, that was good. Like, still get rid of one of my good ones for sure, no matter what. I will sit on 2.
And it looks like I'm sitting on 2, which usually means I have some awesome event, especially if I have a full card of hands. Some great event or some ambush character in with that Lannister Fealty deck.
You got self, so that kind of goes.
I'll do military. 5.
Military 5.
So we got a military of 5 with Joffrey.
Let's go with,
So I'm going to spend that 2 gold for some ambush action. We got a gold cloaks blocking for 3, and if they're still in play at the end of the phase, they will be discarded, but they're going to die for claim right now.
That would do good for you. Alright. Intrigue, stealth through Cersei.
So we have an intrigue challenge, stealthing Cersei with Tyrion. And it looks like John's forgetting to get his 2 gold, as am I. What do I have in my hand that I'm trying to protect so much? I don't know. Oh, there, we're remembering the 2 gold now. It looks like I'm debating on defending it. And looking at my hand is like, what are the odds of me losing these cards here that I want to keep for next round? They're pretty high, I guess. So I have decided to defend with 8 and get a renown from Tywin. Using Tywin on defense to win challenges, getting you renown is never a bad thing. And not only did he just gain me a renown power, he just saved a card from leaving my hand, which is good also. And another gold cloaks. gives me that military icon I just lost by kneeling Tywin. So intrigue challenge with Tyrion for stealthing Paxter Redwyn. And it looks like we're forgetting the gold trigger again. Come on, guys. I do it all the time. As Kevin in my meta knows, he likes to remind me if he's watching my games. When we're practicing, of course, casually. Not at tournaments, guys, not at tournaments. But he likes to stick it to me that I keep forgetting. Oh, there, we remembered it. So collect the power for unopposed. Oh, no, I have a reaction first. Tears of Bliss on Joffrey gets cancelled with Hands of Judgment.
Do I have to for that?
Is that your first event you play this round?
Yeah. I was wondering if that worked.
Yeah, so he cancels it with Hands of Judgment. Being reduced by Paxter. I'm pretty sure that's okay. And then I play a Hands of Judgment to cancel his Hands of Judgment. And I don't have to spend any money on my Hands of Judgment because I'm just canceling an event by its printed cost, which was Hands of Judgment, and its printed cost is X, which is 0. And remember, I can do 2 intrigue challenges, so is Cersei going to go in for a second one here? Because it can be defended, that's for sure. Yep, intrigue of 4. And there goes down everyone. And it's successfully defended by John. And there's sneaking in a power challenge after I get Littlefinger to drop. To grab it unopposed and steal power. So end of phase, we clean up the gold cloaks and Joffrey. And dominance should be going to John for having that mountain of gold on his house card there. Or his plot card. So I'm still sitting on Tyrion, Cersei, and Tywin. 3 great characters I have out there.
Ready? Build some orders.
So I play Building Orders, which is going to let me search top 10 cards for an attachment or a location. And looks like John's going to Filthy Accusation kneel some character on my side. And it looks like it's Cersei. He's had enough of having cards ripped out of his hand. So there's Lannister. Usually that's what I use Building Orders for in that deck, was to search for my card draw if I hadn't seen it. Worst case, I guess not worst case, second priority usually was grabbing Economy if I was hurting for it. Third case, I'd be searching for Casterly Rock to help boost up my intrigue challenges if my opponent was ahead on card draw to help me get back into the game. I guess worst case, I would grab a Milk of the Poppy if I had one in that deck. I can't remember, but that's usually what I use Building Orders for, was sometimes just if I need a Milk of the Poppy ASAP to slow down my opponent to stop a big character from rolling over me.
First you said, or 7? You said I was first? Yes, 7. 6, 7. So drop the limited.
Yeah, we got a Western Fiefdoms played for some economy. And we're dropping Fealty. There's that Lannisport put into play to try to get me some card draw.
Is that specifically to find that support or to find whatever it
I'm doing pretty good so far with having a handful of cards, but it's obviously hasn't been a handful of characters too much. I mean, I did have the gold cloaks, but I need to start getting some claim soak out, that's for sure, to surround my big 3 there.
That's pretty solid.
So 5 gold for this guy.
There's Littlefinger trying to find me some cards. I have 1 gold left. Did I find a weenie? Nope, but I got a King's Road. Uh-oh, which I cannot play. I did play a limited already, the Western Fiefdoms. We caught it there. So saving 1 gold.
Get 6.
And John's going to grab 6 gold there. 1 from Littlefinger, 1 from Paxter, 4 from his plot. And he plays Varys. Duped.
I've had in my hands since
Wow, he said he's been holding them since setup. Oh, man.
No.
This is not good. Not good.
Different.
Unless I'm holding a treachery. Thankfully, I did save a gold. I always have Tyrion as backup to get more gold right now, so I got lucky on that. He's not milked. But I am lucky I played that limited and saved that gold, because I'm hoping I have a treachery.
Intrigue. Still. Littlefinger.
So intrigue, stealthing, Littlefinger, 2 gold. Generated. We got another Widow's Wail on John's side being dropped in on Tyrion. So successfully defended with 6 strength. My goal there is just try to empty John's hand so he can't recover after the Varys. I see he's holding an Arbor Knight there and something else. He's got 1 other card in hand. He'll get that Widow's Wail back after the Varys. And I'm going for my second intrigue, generating 2 more gold from Tyrion, hitting the limit to do him this round. Only twice per round, right? Yeah, the mission is to empty the hand, that's for sure.
Unopposed. So reaction will draw a card.
And there I am, filling my hand back up with Lannisport.
Take this one.
And there's the Arbor Knight. So John's down to 1 card left in hand.
That will be all your challenges.
Alright, I'll do.
Actually, sorry. No, I'm good. Go ahead. Sorry.
Intrigue.
So we have an intrigue with Varys and Redwyn.
Okay, I do. Should I? No, I don't. Stealth Littlefinger. So it'll be unopposed.
So Littlefinger was stealth there by Varys, so it's unopposed. This is a scary moment if I'm holding a treachery. Jaime Lannister. It's good if you can get him after, but he is pretty expensive to put out after Varys and is susceptible to marched usually when you do that, but at least he's a character to have in your hand for after that.
You're gonna win.
Oh, I know why. You fucking win by 5.
You also win down.
Yeah, more gold, right? Then with forward, lock the unopposed.
So power challenge, blocking the unopposed. And John's going to take a power from me.
Yeah, I was like, that's the only thing I think of. But, alright, Dom.
So dominance looks like it's my win. I have 5 gold to 3 gold. Nobody left standing.
And then, any dominance actions? No? End of dominance phase?
I'm debating.
So John's debating popping Varys. We're at that point. Will he pop him or not?
And you'll get your Widow's Will back, but I won't get it. But I do have a... You never know. This could be
I did get
all
your
me.
I did get your Jamie.
These are all 2-cost characters, man.
I did get your Jamie, and he'll live, right? 'Cause-
No,
well, I sack him and then I quit.
it's the cost. So if
So you
you
need
saved them,
three.
it
You need
would not
3 of
be.
them.
We're just having this discussion. I've seen this come up on the boards before. New players ask this a lot with the duped Varys. Can he save himself from leaving the game and you still get to do his ability? That is a no. Removing him from game is the first part of the effect, which is paying the cost to do the effect. So if you don't fully satisfy the cost of the card, so removing him from game in this case, you can't continue with the effect. So you could trigger it, save him, but then you're not going to get to do the rest.
So he goes from the game. This one goes to the discard pile. And oh wait, sorry, 1 sec.
There we go. We got a treachery.
Oh, don't take your cards out. I just canceled that shit. Oh, you have that hands of judgment.
So I'm just asking John if he's got the Hands of Judgment. Just teasing him with it there.
When you did that intrigue, I was like, please don't fucking get that card. Please don't.
And John's putting everything back. He started to sweep it away, assuming it was going away from the game. But we got to make sure that Varys gets off the table there.
Plus, that's 2 Tyrions gone.
Oh, am I going to catch that? Varys should be gone.
He is out of play,
Yep.
though.
There we go. We caught it. So Varys is out of game. The other copy goes to discard. Pile falls off.
You knelt a guy to do something, and the cancel the ability still stays knelt.
Yeah, that cost does stay paid, even though the effect was canceled. Varys does not get to come back and play there.
Yep, I'm ready. Are you ready, sir? Okay. Good.
So I drop summons. I'm going to search for a character, and we're going to wildfire. So most likely Littlefinger's going to die there on my side, and the little Lannisport merchant's going to die on John's side. That's my guess. But looks like I'm going first to see a character. Might help me decide who I'm going to kill, especially since they're all unique. Can always grab a dupe for another one, or kind of pick something to play that'll make up for the character that's about to die. Try to fill in the strength and icon spread. But duplicate is what's going to happen. So a little bit of claim soak there to protect Tyrion. So we're definitely not killing Tyrion, that's for sure. And yep, Littlefinger will go.
You have 7 power?
And the Lannisport merchant on John's side was killed for wildfire. So both of us down to 3 characters.
Oh, it's Lannister versus Tyrell.
I don't think that's the only Tyrell character I've gotten. Oh, I got Aletta's informant and one of the dudes. Next to him really small.
Alright. Draw? Alright, so I'm class
And we know I'm holding a King's Road in hand, that's for sure. So I can definitely, if I got another big dude, I can play him for sure. And there's that dupe on Tyrion I just pulled with the summons. No, there I got my own little Lannisport merchant. Some more reduction and claim soak, or sneaky little offensive power challenges. It's my other favorite use for those guys.
do that, or do I keep all that to keep Tywin a beast? Tywin being a beast is funnier. Actually, I'm going to spend 1 on a limited.
So we did play a limited King's Road.
And I will save the rest.
So it looks like I'm sitting on the rest. Which I'm not sure. I think it was 4 or 5 gold there. But I put the King's Road out to just sit on for future plays, I guess.
Marjorie, hello.
And John marshals Marjorie and saves a gold. And puts a milk
I think I saved all that gold.
on Tyrion.
No, that's the thing. It's like I've already got so much gold, but it's still. I can't match Tywin anyways. He's still.
And we got an Arbor Knight played on John's side also. So he emptied his hand out. Got to play everything in his hand. Just enough gold for it.
Good call. So let's do
Ambush and 6 burn men.
spend 4. So after Andrew's play,
So we're dropping a Queen's Assassin, which I have more cards in hand, so I'm going to trigger the ability using Ambush. Well, because I played him with Ambush, I trigger the ability. John's now going to have to select a character to die on his side of the board, because he has less cards in hand. And Paxter is dead.
I'm not going to play any events anytime soon. And I need that military icon. I'll probably still getting gold off time too. So.
And he says he chose Paxter because he doesn't have any events right now, and he needs the Arbor Knight's military icon. And he blocks the unopposed on a military from Tywin, claims the Arbor Knight. Tywin gets a renown. Looks like I'm sitting at 8 power on my side to John's 4.
power challenge 1.
And there's that offensive power challenge of 1 with the Lannisport merchant. Always great at kneeling out the big guys, like Littlefinger. Fully blocked. Helps me sneak through some intrigues. That's usually what it's for. And it's working wonderfully.
Intrigue of
So intrigue of 4 with Tyrion. John generates 2 gold off his Tyrion.
oh, reactions for his draw card.
So it looks like no defenders. I'm going to draw a card off Lannisport. Gain an unopposed power. No cards in his hand, so no claim. I'm debating doing the second intrigue if he's just going to keep letting them go unopposed, but... Yep, there it is. Queen's Assassin doing a second intrigue. Blocked by Marjorie, though. So, intrigue stealthing Cersei with his Tyrion. 2 more gold on his side generated from Tyrion. It's going to get a card on my hand, put me down to 3. There's the Tears of Lys. It's no good to me right now with who's on the board. And I'll take Dominance, putting me at 10 power. And I'm dropping a March to the Wall against a Noble Cause. Kind of sucks on John's side to play Noble Cause, not knowing if you're going to have a Lord or Lady in hand, but probably just did not want to pin it as his last plot if we get that far. Oh, yeah, got a Pleasure Barge, top decked. Gonna get him some cards.
Marjorie.
So he's doing a little backwards here. He's collecting his gold after the fact. I gave him some crap for that, but especially when you're dropping in something that changes how much gold you collect, you should make sure you do that in the right order.
Well, this wouldn't happen anyways. Regardless. Like, I'd still collect my gold anyways, but like...
Did you draw your 3 cards from that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I put a J
Oh, I see, I see.
And then...
Oh, yeah, because you had an empty hand, then you drew 2.
And he gets a Rose Road, a Caretaker, a dupe for Marjorie, and he's holding a card in hand.
It's like Paxter out or Littlefinger. It's just, they cancel each other, no big deal.
I was like, do I get Marjorie or Littlefinger? I was like, I'd much rather be able to play Littlefinger than play Marjorie again,
Yeah.
so... I'll get rid of Littlefinger.
So, 4...
Unless your Marge works, though. Yeah, that's a really good card. So this...
Well, let's see what I marshal here. Collecting 7 gold. 7 gold. Wow.
You just cancel the ability.
But the card itself can be like blanked, attached, discarded.
That's pretty gross.
The effect
That would
itself,
suck to treachery that. Oh my god.
the effect itself, I believe, can be canceled because the person's just over. So I'm gonna pop this. One.
Who's coming in? Jamie?
And we got another Jamie. Pop the King's Road, spend some money, put him in play. Also use the Western Fiefdoms to reduce its cost there. And the Hound has made an appearance. So, yeah, my board is looking pretty juicy.
Go ahead, man.
So, Intrigue of 6 with Tyrion. Stealthing Tywin.
One card anyway.
And it looks like I'm defending with 8 there with Tyrion and Cersei. No need to use Cersei on the offense right now with John only having 1 card in hand. And me able to use 2 intrigues. And Marjorie is used to buff Tyrion.
So you win. That was dumb of me. I forgot Marjorie.
It doesn't matter. You're gonna get all your challenges over. Sounds good.
And a burn man gets discarded for claim.
Power challenger, your garden dude.
Block the unopposed. Get her down regardless. No power challenge.
Okay, let's do.
Because I should have done power challenge, so I die.
Go ahead. What do you want to do?
Just do power challenge. Right? You don't have to block it. You're gonna get back anyways.
Alright, looks like a blocked power challenge there from the Garden Caretaker with Tywin, gaining him a renown power, putting me up to 11. So military with Jamie, unopposed, gets me an unopposed power, a renown off Jamie for winning a military challenge. And before I even do the Hound, John scoops and gives me the game. Alright guys, don't forget, like I said, check out the Minnesota Metas Game of Thrones channel. You can see the link to that in the description of this video below, so go click on that. Thanks a lot, John, for playing. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for all the support, guys. I appreciate it so much. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more Game of Thrones card game content, pre-recorded live streams and whatnot. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.